Hello friends, I am Dr. Ashish Agrawat. Welcome to my channel Live Biochemistry. Today I am going to discuss about the very important topic that is called as the 1-carbon metabolism. So before I start, I just request you to, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you can see the notification for the future video. Okay, and watch this video till the end. So I am just now sharing the screen. Okay. So, what is 1-carbon metabolism? So, what are the substance group which has a 1-carbon? So, methyl, which has a CH3 group, methylene, which has a CH2 group, methenyl has a CH group, formyl, CHO, carbon dioxide, and form amino. Okay, so group having single carbon atoms, they are called as the 1-carbon groups. Okay, and the tetrahydrofolic acid, vitamin B9, S-adenosine methionine, and B12 actively participate in 1-carbon metabolism. These 1-carbon units covalently bind with the tetrahydrofolic acid at N5 or N10 or at the both sides. So we'll see the structure of folic acid. If we see the structure of folic acid at the N5, at the N10, okay, here the 1-carbon group can be attached. Okay, and this folic acid is actively converted. It is converted to dihydrofolic acid, and ultimately it is converted to tetrahydrofolic acid. And with this tetrahydrofolic acid, 1-carbon groups are attached. Okay. So we will see the diagram. So glycine and tryptophan, when they are metabolized, they will form the format. This format, this formyl group is taken up by the tetrahydrofolic acid and they form the N10 formyl tetrahydrofolic acid. And this formyl tetrahydrofolic acid, which contains this CHO group, it is donated to the purine and formyl methionine. Okay, so as we know, if you can see the link for my video for the glycine metabolism as well as tryptophan metabolism, link is just above for the both the videos separately. So what will happen? This glycine is converted to glyoxylate with the help of enzyme called glycine oxidase. Okay, and this glyoxylate will form format and oxalate. This format group is taken up by the tetrahydrofolic acid and they will form the formyl tetrahydrofolic acid. It will donate its formyl group. So what is the role of formyl tetrahydrofolic acid, THFA or folic acid? It will take the 1-carbon group from one substance and donate to the another. So this formyl tetrahydrofolic acid will donate its formyl group for the formation of C2 carbon of the purine. Okay, which are the purine? We know adenine and guanine. Okay, you can also watch my video regarding the purine metabolism. Link is just given above. And for the this formyl group is also required for the formation of formyl methionine. As we know, initiation of translation in prokaryotes. So prokaryotes have a methionine is formulated. In eukaryotes, it is normal methionine, but in prokaryote, it is formulated methionine. So for that, also require the formyl THFA. And this formyl THFA is from the glycine. Another amino acid from where formyl tetrahydrofolic acid is formed, that is called tryptophan. Okay. So you can watch my video about the tryptophan metabolism. So link is just given above. So tryptophan is converted to formyl tryptophan with the help of enzyme tryptophan pyrrolase, which is an iron containing enzyme. And this formyl tryptophan, okay, tryptophan is converted to formyl kynurenine, okay, and then this formyl group is donated to tetrahydrofolic acid and tetrahydrofolic acid is converted to formyl THFA, and then this is from kynurenine. Okay, and this formyl THFA will donate C2 purine and formyl methionine. This is one. I hope it is clear. Then second is histidine. So histidine will be converted to FIGLU, and this formamine glutamic acid donates its tetrahydrofolic acid to folic acid. Okay, and it will form the form amino tetrahydrofolic acid, which will be converted to methinyl. Okay, that is CH. Okay, and there it will provide its carbon to the purine, C8 carbon. Okay, so I will show you. So histidine, it is converted to urocanate, then it is by the histidase enzyme, then with the help of urocanase, it is converted to imidazole propionate, yeah, form amino FIGLU or form amino glutamic acid. Okay, and ultimately it forms the glutamate, and here tetrahydrofolic acid will take up the group form amino, and it will form the form amino glutamic acid. So this form amino THFA is converted to methinyl tetrahydrofolic acid, okay, which will give its ring to the carbon to the purine. Now serine, when it is broken down by the glycine cleavage system, it is converted to methylene tetrahydrofolic acid, and it will donate its carbon to form the serine from glycine to serine. Okay, glycine with the help of CH2 is added, it will form the serine, and it will also donate its methyl group for the synthesis of TMP from the DUMP. And choline and betaine, they will take up the methyl group and it will convert it to methyl tetrahydrofolic acid, and they will donate its group to the homocysteine. Okay, so now we'll again revise. So what will happen? So one is glycine and tryptophan. They will form the formyl group. Okay, and they will donate during their metabolism. They will donate their formyl group, which is taken up by the tetrahydrofolic acid, and this formyl tetrahydrofolic acid will donate its formyl group for the C2 ring of the purine and for the synthesis of formyl methionine. Okay, formyl methionine is for the translation, C2 is for the synthesis of purine. Then histidine, it is ultimately converted to form amino glutamic acid. Okay, and this is important because histidine ultimately converted to FIGLU, and with the help of THFA, it forms the glutamate. Okay, but if there is a folic acid deficiency, the FIGLU level is increased. So increased level of form amino glutamic acid in urine is suggestive of folic acid deficiency. Now this FIGLU, it is converted to this form amino group, ultimately converted to methinyl tetrahydrofolic acid, and it will donate this carbon, this group, methinyl group to the C8 ring of the purine. Okay, clear? Now one more is serine. So when serine is broken down, you can see my video about the glycine and serine system also. So serine, when it is broken down, okay, to glycine, so it will form the methylene group is taken by the methylene, CH2. That is group is taken up by the tetrahydrofolic acid, and this methylene tetrahydrofolic acid donates its group for the one is for the again for the synthesis of serine. Okay, and glycine is added here, and glycine plus this methylene group, it will form the serine, and it will help in synthesis of DUMP to DTMP, deoxyuridine monophosphate to deoxythymidine monophosphate. So here you know that if we see the structure of uracil, this is structure of uracil. When one methyl group is added, it is called as a thymine. So here the enzyme is thymidylate synthase, and it requires the methylene tetrahydrofolic acid. And one last is that betaine and choline, they will donate the methyl group, which is taken up by the tetrahydrofolic acid, and they will donate its methyl group to homocysteine. So how does that take place? We will see. Okay. So if we see the structure of this methionine, it is converted to S-adenosine methionine with the help of ATP. This S-adenosine methionine will be converted to S-adenosine homocysteine. Okay. And this S-adenosine homocysteine, if methyl group is donated, it is converted to S-adenosine methionine. Now this S-adenosine homocysteine is converted to S-adenosine methionine with the help of methyl vitamin B12. Okay, and this methyl B12 will donates its methyl group to S-adenosine homocysteine, and itself is converted to vitamin B12. And from where this vitamin B12 gets the methyl group? From methyl tetrahydrofolic acid, and itself is converted to tetrahydrofolic. So if this methyl tetrahydrofolic acid is not there, then formation of B12 to homocysteine to methionine will not be there, and it will lead to the homocystinuria. Okay, so this is how the one carbon metabolism it is taking place. So it is very important, and if there is a deficiency of vitamin B12, okay, then this methyl tetrahydrofolic acid will not be converted to tetrahydrofolic acid, and this folic acid is trapped in the form of methyl EHF. That's why B12 deficiency will lead to the folic acid deficiency. So always we have to give folic acid and vitamin B12 together. And when this methionine is converted to homocysteine, this methyl group here, so methionine minus methyl group is homocysteine. So who will take this methyl group? It is taken by the acceptor like guanidino acetate, which is converted to methyl guanidino acetate. It is called as a creatine. Okay, so one is for the production of creatine. Then what is the role of this creatine? It is converted to creatine phosphate stored in the muscle, and whenever we require energy, when we do severe exercise, creatine phosphate is converted to creatine, and we get the energy. Okay, and extra amount of creatinine is converted to creatine is converted to creatinine, which will be excreted in the urine. And if there is any kidney disorder, then creatinine level is increased in the blood. So one is that. Then one is conversion of norepinephrine to epinephrine. So one methyl group is added to norepinephrine, it is converted to epinephrine, which is called as adrenaline. Third is formation of melatonin from acetyl serotonin. If methyl group is added, it is called as a melatonin. Then is for the formation of choline from the ethanolamide. So all these are the very important role of transmethylation reaction, which is where this one carbon metabolism is helpful. So if I revise again, so glycine plus tryptophan, they will give the formyl group. Okay, this formyl group is taken by the tetrahydrofolic acid, and then will donate to the C2 ring of purine and formyl methionine. Histidine, they will form amino group, and this form amino group is converted to methynyl, okay, tetrahydrofolic acid, and they will donate to the C8 ring of the purine. Then serine, they will ultimately form methylene, and they will donate is to the formation of again serine molecule plus DNA, okay, in the T form of DTMB for the thymine. And betaine and choline, they will form the methyl, okay, methyl tetrahydrofolic acid, and that will convert homocysteine to methionine. Methionine converted back to homocysteine while donates its methyl group to the norepinephrine, okay, guanidino acetate or acetyl serotonin. Ultimately, they form the methylated products. Okay, I hope this is all about the one carbon metabolism. Here, this methylene can be reduced to methyl tetrahydrofolate acid by the methylene tetrahydrofolate reductase enzyme, or it can be oxidized to methylene, can be oxidized to methyl, or it can be oxidized to formyl tetrahydrofolate acid. This is all about the 1 carbon metabolism. I hope you like my video. If you like my video, please hit the like button, share my video, subscribe to my channel, and press the bell icon so that you can see the future video. Thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, so just I'm leaving here now.